everybody, it's me, Olivia Peck, or Olivia Meanhouse, however you know me. I want to talk to you today about the most important part of singing. It's not that crazy or complicated, but it's really important, and that is breathing. Cricket, cricket. Oh man, I thought it was gonna be something more exciting. No, it's not. It's just breathing. But it is not the easiest thing to remember to do properly because unfortunately, most of us breathe improperly. Shocker. Today I want to talk about the breathing and singing connection, how to breathe properly, and breathing and relaxation. Breathing and singing is really important because the breath controls your vocal folds and how they vibrate. So your vocal folds are these tiny little pieces of flesh. Really gorgeous description. And they literally just vibrate. Lower abdominal muscles is pushing the air, it's controlling the air, and it's vibrating against these little tiny vocal folds, which are very delicate. You should be nice and open up top, and your lungs are freely taking in that air. We don't want to be trying to control our sound with our jaw and our tongue and our shoulders and our throat. And to do that, we put all of our attention on our lower body, our diaphragm. Some people say speak or sing from the diaphragm, and basically we're saying take a nice slow breath so that your diaphragm, which is right here below your lungs, is moving up and down, and we're not moving this. Then we're focusing our attention on a nice good breath. Proper breath is relaxed shoulders. You can look at yourself in the mirror. I'm looking at myself to make sure I do this correctly for you. And you take a nice slow breath. And you should see my belly go out, because when you take a nice slow breath and you keep all of this relaxed, all of this stuff down here is gonna push out because your lungs expand and you got a lot going, your tummy and everything, it pushes everything out. And you should feel it in your lower back and your sides. It's like filling up an inner tube. That's what you learn when you're in choir as a kid. So take a nice slow breath. And you shouldn't hear it. It should be silent. If you hear then that means all of this is engaged, and we don't want that engaged. You just want the air to fall in. Here's a side view. Okay. Notice how my shoulders aren't moving. That's a nice slow breath. You can do it all the time. Get in the habit, because that is actually the natural way we all breathe when we come out of the womb. Babies, when you watch them, there's a great YouTube video on this. Just look at proper breathing. There's a whole TED Talk on it. Babies, they breathe like this from their belly. They're always pushing their belly out. You want those abs nice and relaxed. You really don't want to be restricting, because you're controlling the air from down here, not from That's what it sounds like when you don't use your air. I'm going to show you a before and after, taking a good breath and taking a incorrect and typical breath. I'm also going to show you exercises you can do to practice breathing properly. I'll do Caro mio bene, which is an Italian, classic little Italian tune that I give to a lot of my students because it's really beautiful and it's pretty simple, but it starts out with in your upper range, and you need a good breath for it. Okay, so here it is with a improper breath. Wow, that was really hard. I had to like really try not to do it right. Here it is with a good breath. I was a lot more engaged. Is that the right note? As you can see, I lifted up my shoulders when I breathed in, and that automatically caused me to do a whole bunch of things wrong. Your breath really, like a good low breath, sets you up for a lot of things. So take a low breath. I automatically lift my soft palate and open my throat, some people say, and really have a nice setup going. But when I don't do that, I automatically am straining. Might be an E flat. I don't know. I need to check. Yeah, I knew it. It's E flat. It's not even E. It starts on an E flat. Okay. 24 Italian art songs and arias. The trick to breathing properly is to not just do it for the first word or the first phrase, but to continue to do it throughout. And not only that, but to work on having good breath control throughout the phrase, to stay on your breath throughout the whole phrase. And this is where you might need a teacher or somebody to really keep you in check and tell you when you're doing it, when you're not doing it. But here are some exercises that I do with my students. The best one, in my opinion, is lip trills. Become the best lip triller you can. Smooth it out. You don't want to be. Hiss. See how long you can hiss for. Hello. Takes a lot of air. Look in the mirror while you're talking or singing and watch your shoulders, watch your belly. Your belly should go out, your shoulders should stay relaxed. Sing while leaning over so you can really feel this moving. Sing while doing squats on the high notes, because it'll remind you to use these low muscles while you're trying to get up over there. I don't know what voice that was. Okay. As you go higher in your range, it will take a different sort of breath control. The reason why I don't say more air is because that's not necessarily true. It's how you're using your air. I think of it more as like I'm contracting a little bit more. If I say more air, some people, they take that to heart a little bit too much. I mean more breath control, a stronger hold on your breath maybe. It's different for everyone how it makes them feel, but that's why it's really important to warm up every time before you sing. Try to stick to similar warm-ups, just like Jesse Norman says, so you can see what you're doing, and notice as opposed to notice what are you changing about your breath as you go higher in your range. Using more air, what does that mean? What does it feel like down here? Now when you plug your ears and sing, you notice more what your body's doing and you're not focused on how it sounds. I'm giving you a lot of information. Best thing to go based on is how you feel, and record yourself, listen back and see what you think about your sound. But your breath is like a tube. Let the air drop in, and all of this lower stuff supports you as you sing. And just remember, your body is your instrument. Everything is connected. And so that's why it's important to have your knees nice and bouncy and not locked, and your hips tucked under you, and your shoulders relaxed and everything. And the more relaxed this is forced to be up here, the more work you have to do down here. Breathing and relaxation. Oh my gosh. Breathing can change your state. Meaning if your physical state is nervous, anxious, tense, your breathing can help you change your state. Breathing is something we do all the time, and it's a really easy way to change your state. So I'm going to show you something I do with my students at the beginning of my lessons sometimes, and it's breathing in for 4, hold, breathe out for 8, 10, whatever. And you can do that in different counts, but do that 4 times, do that 5 times, or do it until you feel calm, until you feel like you can think clearly. It really works. I do it all the time especially when I'm thinking ahead too much, I'm not present. I'll just be like, okay, well, right now, I'm okay. I'm just driving to the grocery store. Your breath is the most important thing about singing, and I hope this helps you. I'll be coming out with an e-course sometime within the next year where I get more in depth about what you can do and actual tools to help you and exercises you can do that are organized. But this is just a little overview of a proper breath, and hit me up if you would like a lesson, if you would like some help with that. Have a great day. Be nice if they could sponsor this. Schreimer's Library. Check me out. All right. Okay, I'm getting really carried away with that.